What is going on? We are back. We're back in the studio recording DLB episode 12. First one post Red Sox Winter Weekend debacle. So we're going to run that down a little bit. Then we'll get into the happenings of the baseball world, and we got a couple things to touch on there. And, we'll get up to the normal hijinks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Red Sox Winter Weekend was pretty interesting.
What an electrifying gaming experience.
Big factuals.
And potentially get murdered.
I mean, basically get murdered. Dude. He was murdered emotionally. Now, who we can... he went home and wiped his ass with $1 billion.
Well, I did hear... I don't know if you heard Carabas on The Baseball's Dead after that, or whichever one he said it on.
Name redacted, yeah.
I guess he saw John Henry after that night, and he was just...
He was unfazed. Yeah, he was unfazed.
Just, oh, hey.
Shocking. Truly.
Which, to me, honest, though, I don't know if that's because he's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm a billionaire or whatever, or if it's just that he's completely oblivious. I think it's more so that he's completely oblivious.
I think he's just losing his fucking mind.
Yeah. I think he's oblivious. He deserved all the flack that he got. I will say, I thought Heim handled it pretty well. You could tell he didn't want any of the softball questions, like the stupid-ass Nesson ones that were just fed. He didn't want that shit.
That was ridiculous.
Heim, who's your favorite Red Sox player and why?
No, my favorite one.
Or how about the one that they bottled with Alex Cora?
Yeah, Alex Cora. What was it like managing the 2020 Red Sox? Well, I wasn't.
He was like, I was at home in Puerto Rico because I was suspended for cheating.
They're fucking stupid.
Well, that was not even people. That's Nesson who bottled it.
So apparently people sent in the questions. Those were the vetted questions.
Yeah.
So Nesson didn't read that and think, oh, well, hey, maybe go back and do your homework a little bit.
They literally were handed cards from Nesson for those questions.
Yeah, literally.
One thing I will... So, like I said, I think... I thought Heim handled it well. Him and Sam Kennedy, I mean, you could tell they're both media trained. Yeah. That's why they answered the questions like they did. Heim was a little more of a straight shooter. The only part I did not like when he was talking about placing bets on players and stuff, like that was whether it was a play on words or not, saying placing bets or not. I don't know.
I turned to you at one point. I was like, he needs to move on from the word bets because he's going to cause.
He said it like 8 times in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was bad.
You know what made me laugh during that whole thing was he was talking about the Mookie trade, and he was like, "We got Verdugo." Okay, and who else did you get? You got Jeter Downs, who's
DFA.
Not here.
Nope.
You got Connor Wong.
Barely here, but yeah.
Well, he's on the big league roster now, to be fair, but
he's going to be our backup
the return of value is not there.
I ain't no mathematician, but some ain't adding up.
I ain't no mathematicianist. But
the math ain't mathin'.
No.
Were they even DFA'd Downs? You can even think, okay, well, they traded Mookie, got Downs, but then they traded Downs for something. No, they didn't do that. Just got rid of him.
Nothing for him.
Stupid.
I also like. Again, you can't really hold that against Heim Bloom because he walked face first into that situation where he basically took the reins and John Henry was like, "All right, here's your first assignment: get the fuck rid of Mookie Betts." So that's not really on him, but the return, I guess you could say, is on him. But
John Henry's a fucking idiot, and I will take that to the grave.
What I found interesting with what Heim said, where he said, "Oh, we traded Mookie, we didn't re-sign Xander, and we're trying to get in this position where we don't ever have to do that again." Ownership still has to open their wallet if you want to do that again. They did it for Devers, but are they going to say, "Okay, we did it for Devers, we're not going to pay Cassis now"? We're not going to pay whoever.
You want to talk about opening the wallet?
Yeah,
it really isn't opening the wallet to just bring back Devers. You're still $100 million under the salary cap.
Yeah, I understand that.
So you still have not really opened the wallet.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically, it's like your mom gives you lunch money and you go and you buy a cookie and then you pocket the rest of it. Like that's basically what they did.
Shit.
They're basically like did just enough to keep the fans happy, and then you look at the actual numbers and you're like, every team that's competing for a championship right now is at the tax threshold.
Yep.
They're either right below it or right over it. Or when you're the Mets, you're way the fuck over it. And I even think the Padres, I think, are significantly over it too.
Yeah.
But
there's
a very clear. There's a line of separation between the organizations that are operating to win and the organizations that are operating as a business just to make money, basically, and to just kind of stay afloat. Do you want to stay afloat? Or do you want to build a fucking yacht? Like, that's the way I look at it. Like,
just completely switching it while we're talking about teams that are winning. Did you guys see what the Rockies general manager said?
I think
we can play 500 baseball. No fooling?
Talk about lofty expectations.
Rockies are going to go win 20.
Like, it's January, dude, and you're coming out and saying that shit?
That's him basically saying point blank, we're done making. I can't name a single. I can name 2 players they got. They got Brent Suter and they got Connor Siebold. Those are the only players I can name that the
Red Sox legend Connor Siebold.
Yeah, Red Sox, Woo Sox legend.
Woo Sox, sorry, yeah.
He pitched 3 games for the Red Sox, but
he got his titties slapped.
Yeah, against the Jays, I think, right? Just
Chris Bryant needs to get the hell out of there.
No. He's going to carry them to those 500 ball clubs.
KB is going to be. He's going to have his wins above replacement is going to be 82 games or 81 games. His WAR will be 81.
It was a Hall of Fame move. That's it.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. He did it literally just to pad his stats, and he's been there 2 years and played how many games?
He's been hurt, hasn't he?
That's what I mean. Yeah. He's played
not enough
no
is
games.
the correct answer.
Yeah. Well, no, last year was his first year with him, but I only think he played 40 games. It took him to get his first home run till July. So that's not really a contract paying for itself.
You really want to draw that one up.
But yeah, outside of the town hall, the winter weekend is fucking awesome. We got interviewed by Nesson, Jemai Webster. I'm pretty sure it didn't air because Cam aired out ownership on the interview by saying that ticket prices were too high. But I don't even care. It was cool.
I still got phone calls.
John Henry's coming to Cam's doorstep and giving him a swift kick in the nuts.
That's playing on repeat on John Henry's TV, and it's just ultra zoomed into Cam's face. Ticket price is high. Ticket price is high.
He's going to try and find.
Running a baseball team is expensive.
We should touch on that. He said, "What'd you say?"
Said he probably has a car outside my apartment somewhere right now. Just waiting.
Oh yeah, you kidding me? Somebody's definitely watching you.
If you open your blindfold, you have a red dot on your forehead.
Yep, that's why it's closed.
Yeah, but the thing we should have mentioned is that John Henry said baseball players are expensive and baseball teams are expensive to operate.
Yeah,
which is the biggest cop out answer of all time.
No, but they are
just being telling everyone what they already know. You're operating a professional sport. If you want to fucking operate teams for cheap, go fucking buy an MLS team and fuck off.
Go buy the Rays.
Yeah, seriously.
Or buy the A's, move them out of there.
Go buy a low or mid-low market team like Cleveland or Oakland or Kansas City or Cincinnati. Don't, if I see a Red Sox or a mid-major market team, don't come at me with that bullshit. That made people lose their fucking minds.
I thought people were going to rush the stage on that. That was bad.
His dumbass reaction to when Carabas asked him if the Red Sox are still a top priority is
and then he looks at his watch and then turns to Sam Kennedy and goes, Sam, can you answer this for me?
He's definitely not all there in the head.
No. Chris, do we have a watch count on him? What do you get to?
Yeah, what do we have, 9 or something?
It was at 8 when I brought it up to you guys, and there was definitely more after that. So
we're
probably pushing the 13 to 15 range.
Yeah, I was going to say 11 to 12 was my guess.
And he was only out there for an hour, and there was Bruce.
Significant, yeah.
Not to mention he ran off that stage. Oh, we're done? All right.
Oh, yeah. Even Sam Kennedy was there, high-fiving people, signing autographs. He took it on the chin.
Yeah.
John Henry was
Sam Kennedy showed his face the next morning in the fucking fan
fest
bold. Area.
I respected it.
And
he was standing 6 feet away from us, and we're like, "Do you want a picture with him?" Not really.
Nah. But the guys around him they were not children. They were. You could tell those guys were seriously asking him, "Hey, what the hell?"
So I also it was a good point that that was John Henry's first public appearance since they traded Mookie Betts.
Yep. Wow, I actually didn't even think about that. Wow.
Yeah, so that's almost 4 years That's his first public appearance in almost 4 years.
And this will be his last public appearance for the next.
Yeah, you know why? Because he's going into a fucking nursing home.
I thought you were going to say he's going to get assassinated.
That is also highly inopportune. That is 100% on the table. Some angry Bostonian is just going to put a hit on John Henry.
Where's Whitey Bulger when you need him?
Can we get
shouldn't be saying this stuff. We're going to get put on a list.
Cam still has the John Henry sell the socks paper in the background over there.
Yeah, it's never coming down until it happens.
It was down. I had to put it up again before we started.
He needs to learn from Art Moreno with the Angels, realize how pissed the fans are now that he's not selling them, and actually sell the Red Sox. What else? We met the Rocket.
We did.
Sure did.
Super cool dude, honestly. I never thought... Usually, there's somebody... I sound like a little kid, but like somebody you look up to. But genuinely it is. Like, we are podcasting. He's like one of the godfathers of like baseball podcasting.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it was just cool that it wasn't just like... hey, Rocket, can I get your autograph and walk away?
No, he chatted with us
time
for
and talked to us.
It was like 5-10 minutes we talked to him.
I think we saved him.
Except
for
the
guy
stupid fuck that was standing next to us. They kept touching him.
Chris, can you feel me through the...
Guy, hey, yo, Pat Light.
He's putting the feeler out for the cross.
He's just like, hey, Jared.
And
Jared,
then
so this one time...
Well, did you hear his story that he was telling him?
Telling how he met Pat Light.
Give a shit.
Yeah, he was saying that he met Pat Light.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that.
But when he debuted for the Red Sox, and he was like, he was great. And Krause turned to us. He was like, Pat Light? Great? I think he played 3 games for the Red Sox and had like a 12 ERA.
Nuh-uh. He had a 20 ERA with 20. The Red Sox.
Sorry.
Hang on. Let me make sure I got that right.
Pals.
His business Pat now. Allegedly, baseball Pat is dead.
600 times.
Hey, give me those Pat Light numbers, Cam.
Pat Light with the Boston Red Sox. Oh, he did. Okay. For one game, he had... 23.63 ERA.
In how many games?
Is that good?
In 2 games.
Yeah. And what year was that?
Good.
Like
2016.
Oh, is that recent? No shit.
Yeah. You know what? No. He was traded for... who's he traded for?
Is it someone notable?
Yes.
Traded to the Twins.
He never played in the majors again, right?
Fernando Abad.
That's what I thought it was him, but I didn't want to say his name.
He was decent for the Red Sox, actually.
2013 World Series winner, Fernando Abad.
He was DFA'd, went to the Pirates for cash. Claimed by the Mariners in 2018, and that was the end of it.
Probably for the best.
The bigger and better things, Pat. Had a point.
Then me and Chris met...
Pat Light could be a friend of the podcast.
Allegedly. And he said baseball Pat is dead, allegedly.
He's done, yeah. He's done with baseball.
We're going to bring it back.
So me and Chris met Dewey. We met Dwight Evans. We got an autograph from the serial masturbator himself, Reese McGuire.
Made sure he shook with his left.
I'll grab the bat right now. I can show you.
Just so we're clear.
Of course I got a bat signed by the guy that jerks off.
Yeah, you got a stick signed by the jerk-off guy. So we're clear. I met the second coming of Pedro Martinez, Brian Dale.
I still don't understand how the hell that happened.
He's actually the third coming of Pedro Martinez.
The third coming?
Yeah, Sandy Alcantara is the second.
That's fair. What happened? How we got into 7 rooms?
We're speaking in terms of Red Sox history.
Yep, there it is.
Reese
You should probably run that bat under a blue light or something like that just to be safe.
A blue light? What about a black light? How's that?
That's what I meant.
You don't want to know what's on that bat anymore.
No, you most certainly don't.
He did compliment my Squints Sandlot jersey, so that was pretty cool.
He was actually a cool dude.
Nah, he was pretty cool. It's probably because, he jerked off before, so he mellowed out,
He needs to come out this year and just go fucking off to get that. He's always going to be the serial masturbator, but...
He'll come out, all right?
Yes, he will.
Do I have that in here? Where's the...
Sam's not familiar with his soundboard yet. Cut him some slack.
Oh, hold on. I got it right here. Ready? Yes.
There it is. All right.
Yeah,
6 years too late, but it's
all
there.
of our sounds, and then they all came back. So
it took us a month and a half to get them back. I'm not even trying.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah. So yeah, that was Red Sox Winter Weekend. It was a blast. We'll be back next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got Tom Caron's autograph because I'm a dog.
Yeah.
You chased him down. He saw someone who's 6'8" coming at him. I think he's gonna.
Damn
stop.
right he did. Yeah, but it was good. can't wait for next year and
go
back to our $60 hotel room and
I'm staying at the casino next year.
All right, we're back. Quick little break. I had an emergency that needed tending to.
Yeah, an emergency, all right.
He had an ass explosion is what he had.
Yeah,
He's calling the plumber as we speak.
Yeah, it was...
Roto-Rooter!
The fact that it took 12 episodes for someone to have to stop for a bathroom break in the middle of a podcast.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Given our track record, pretty impressive.
Very good, especially ours, Chris. What's that?
So you were gone for 10 minutes.
Bro, hey, listen. You don't need to divulge that kind of information, Cameron.
No, I'm saying that. Sorry.
All right.
Cut it out later.
But anyways, where were we at with...
Finished Winter Weekend, getting ready to go into things that happened over the last 2 weeks, really.
Yeah,
pretty much
all
all
we're
Red
good on
Sox.
Winter Weekend. Want to start with the Red Sox moves?
I mean, might as well not do whatever else
I think
happened.
we got to start with the big one that happened around the league.
All right, hit me with it.
The Twins and Marlins trade.
It's true. So those don't know, the Twins traded Pablo Sanchez. Or the Marlins traded Pablo Sanchez.
Pablo who?
Is it Pablo Sanchez? No, it's Pablo. What's his last name?
Lopez?
Pablo Sanchez is from Backyard Baseball. Pablo Lopez. Imagine they got Pablo Sanchez. That's a World Series right there.
Game over. You don't even have to play the season. That's it.
So Pablo Lopez for Luis Arraez, batting champion. Cam made a decent little discovery. It's the second time that the Twins have traded a batting champion away the season after he won it. Last was Rod Carew.
Yeah.
Angels. More I've thought about this, I don't think this is as bad of a trade as I thought it was at surface value.
And I was thinking the same thing. So Arraez goes to Miami, and the Twins get Pablo Lopez. They get Miami's number 5 prospect Jose Salas, and some outfielder Byron Chirino.
Chirino. Oh wait.
So they get a number 5 prospect. They get arguably an ace. Anywhere else you put him, he would have been an ace if you didn't have Sandy.
Yep.
So, I mean, Arraez
you think he's their ace?
In Miami?
No, in Minnesota.
No, in Minnesota. I mean, I feel like he has to be, right? Who else do they have?
Sonny Gray.
Tyler Mahle, is he there?
I think so. And then you also got Joe Ryan.
I think it has to be Pablo.
Yeah, I think so too. I like the fit too. I think it. I think both teams, honestly. So I thought it was highway robbery for the Marlins at first, and I actually think that the Twins got the better end of the deal. I think.
Yeah. I would agree.
Getting 2 prospects and getting a pitcher like Pablo Lopez.
You're getting a top 5 system prospect, though. It's not like you're just getting some schlub
from a team with a really good farm system.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and also I feel like it kind of fills a hole that the Marlins needed. They need another mainstay bat in their lineup, and pitching isn't their problem. Offense is their problem. So I think it was a trade that made sense for both sides at the end of the day. I don't think it's egregious. I think it's an interesting trade, but I think it makes sense.
And I feel like it's just like the average fan is quick to be like, oh, you just traded a dude who hit over 300, won the batting title for a starting pitcher and a prospect. It's like people don't
you look under the surface.
Right. And that's it. You need to dissect it a little bit more and understand it. And then you're like, wow, that's really not that egregious for what they traded.
End of the day.
Because also in current day, sorry to cut you off, Cam, but in current day, we know this, that batting average isn't weighted as much as it once was.
Mm-hmm.
So really, you don't put that much solace in a guy hitting 300 because if his OPS plus is still sitting right about 100, like just because a guy had a high average does not mean he slugged well or got on base outside of his batting average. Typically, it does, but a lot of guys just can hit for a high average but don't walk, etc. And find other ways to get on base. So I don't think it. Like Arraez is a good player, but I think impact-wise, Pablo Lopez is probably the better player.
End of the day, too, the Twins were more than just him away from competing this year. They were 78 and 84 last year. They had to do something.
And they need pitching. They need pitching. They're the opposite of the Marlins. Their lineup is pretty potent. They just don't. They didn't have any sustained pitching last year. Guys who went out there day in and day out. Their pen was good. I mean, a big shirt up by John Duran, but other than him, their pitching staff was pretty much a dud. So it like I said, it makes sense. I like the deal. I think Arise is a good fit in Miami. I feel like Hispanic guys always do good in Miami too. The fans always love them just because of the Cuban and Puerto Rican influence. So, which I don't know, is Arise might be Dominican?
I can tell you.
I want to say he's Dominican. Same thing though, like Dominican, Puerto Rican, Cuban,
Venezuelan.
So South American, but Central American really, but still
that vibe down there. I feel like a lot of those players. Yeah.
Arise is only 25 as well. I thought he was older than that.
Oh, he's been his third year in the league, fourth year in the league.
He broke in 2019.
Yeah, so going
19,
into
he played 92 games, 32 in that COVID-shortened season, and then really broke in 21.
Okay. So then, so he's going into his fifth season, not full season, but fifth active season. So interesting.
Either way, in the Twins, where they did get Correa back, obviously they're really banking on him and Buxton now to stay healthy, trading away Arias for that.
I'll die on that hill that if Byron Buxton stays healthy, he's
elite.
Maybe the best player in baseball.
I agree.
He's maybe the best player in baseball if he stays healthy. He's Mike Trout level talent, but just is so bad at staying on the field.
Yep.
He I think I said this before on the pod that he to me he's the offensive version of Jacob deGrom. He's such a freak specimen that like the shit that his body can't withstand it. Yeah. So I think the Twins, if Correa and Buxton stay healthy and they can shore up their pitching staff, I mean the Central is wide open, so I could totally see them taking it.
Yeah.
Just looking at if there was any other trades before we go into like signings. I mean, Mondesi.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I was a fan.
Basically took a flyer on him. We didn't really give up a hell of a lot.
Sounds like he's going to play
Josh Taylor.
Take him.
To be fair, what was it in 2019? He was like 1 inning away from breaking the franchise record for straight innings without an earned run.
I forget.
But he lost it. But after that, I think he hurt his back or something, and after that, he was downhill. So I love it. Because even if he isn't great, it's still granted if he comes back ready to go, which if he doesn't needs a couple weeks, that just gives Arroyo more playing time. It's not really that big of a deal. But I think Mondesi brings a lot to the table because he can play second, short, and third. So it can kind of open up some spots if you want to give Rafi a day off, throw him over there. You can put Arroyo at second, whatever. I think I saw a stat that he's like, in the last 4 seasons, he's like 700th in times reached base in the entire MLB, but he's like 3rd in steals, which is insane. So basically, if the dude gets on, he's swiping bags.
Especially with the closer bases now?
Yeah, and the less pickoffs. So, and you really, I'm interested in that too because you don't really get to see what catchers really have cannons anymore. So this year that's really going to show. But
who would you guys say the last Red Sox elite base stealer was?
Jacoby Ellsbury.
I would say Ellsbury or Pedroia.
Fair.
No, he wasn't elite. Jacoby Ellsbury had a 50 steal season, didn't he? 60 steal season.
Probably. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you had the answer.
Nah.
No, but I'd say Ellsbury is the first one that comes to mind. He would just swipe bags at will. But yeah, no, I like Mondesi. He's a switch hitter. They only got him on a 1 year. His contract is minimal. I think it's like $10 million or something. Gave up a non-important bullpen arm, especially now that they really invested in the bullpen. I love it. A lot of people are skeptical on it, saying he can't stay on the field, whatnot, this, that, the other thing. Again, didn't give up a lot to get him. So there's no risk. If he performs and balls out, awesome. And if he doesn't,
I'm curious to see what's going to happen at the end of the year. But hopefully this dude just goes wild and it works out.
You think so? Say he balls out, right? Do we bring him back and he's your everyday shortstop?
If you get him
He's
for
young.
1 or 2 years, yes. But
Yeah,
I
like
feel
a 3-4 year contract
Yeah.
at the most. But I don't know. It could be even second base if they want to transition Trevor. But I don't think Trevor's arm is going to be able to withstand playing shortstop.
No, probably not anymore.
Yeah,
I think shortstop's done for him.
But here's the thing, though, with the lack of shift, it's great to have a player like him with shortstop range at second base. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think it's basically a play-in season for Mondesi. He's on a contract year. There's a lot of question marks around him. He really hasn't been consistent. He had that one year, was it 2018, 2019, where he went ballistic. He had, like, crazy numbers. But other than that, he hasn't really produced much. So I like it. I think it's a calculated risk that they really can't lose on. So
I'm looking at just stolen base right now for the Red Sox. Mookie Betts in 2017, 2018, between those 2 seasons, had 50 stolen bases. 20, and then add another 26 on top of that for 2016. So I'd say
it's not elite though.
It's not, but it's elite for what stolen bases have become.
Yeah, how much? Let's see what Jacoby Ellsbury had though.
I'm just going back year by year. Mookie up until 2019 had 2019 had 20 plus steals every year, and then we died down. All right.
Let's see. Jacoby Ellsbury baseball reference. Let's see.
Jacoby Ellsbury had 52 in 2013.
And then in 08, he had 50. 09, he had 70.
Yeah. So Ellsbury.
Yeah, I would say Ellsbury is the last elite guy.
Kober.
All-time Red Sox Hall of Fame for stealing the Yankees' money. Thank you.
Yeah, literally just being a black hole of money for the Steinbrenners. I love it. Other Red Sox move, we just dealt Matt Barnes after he cleared waivers for Richard Blyer. Again, another pretty good move. Richard Blyer, lefty, right?
Yep.
Blyer's a lefty.
Second lefty we have.
Yeah, lefty. He pitched 50 innings last year, a 3.5 ERA. I mean, he gets outs.
Fun fact
I don't
about
hate
him.
it. Mm-hmm.
He has 3 career balks.
Interesting.
All 3 happened last year in the same
inning. The same at bat, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember that. Because that weird umpire just had like something, was seeing something.
Just something
bizarre.
against him.
I forgot that was Richard Blyer, that's right. Good call on that. Interesting. But yeah, I like that move. Gives another, just like, not crazy good arm. And it's a lefty, but like a solid big league arm that's been around. I had a decent year with Miami last year, so.
Well, the Red Sox, if you look back like 2018, the weakness was always said to be their bullpen. The 2023 Red Sox strength is going to be the fucking bullpen.
Even 2018, their bullpen sucked.
Yeah. Well, that's what I just said. Their bullpen was terrible.
We suck again.
I mean, you had Craig Kimbrell, who they didn't want to give the ball with a freaking 4-run lead or 3-run lead or whatever in game 5, so they just throw Sale out there to get the last 3.
His yips started.
And gave Manny Machado that.
Yeah.
See ya.
But yeah,
one last Red Sox move that's not necessarily a move is Hirokazu Sawamura.
They signed him?
Yeah.
Anybody know where he went?
Back to Japan.
Sure did. Sayonara.
Really? Yep.
The fireman.
One of the weirdest Red Sox careers. He could not pitch in Boston. His home road splits are the complete opposite.
Yeah, he was filthy on the road.
Yeah, everywhere else, but just not Fenway.
He's like the only Japanese pitcher I can remember pitching for the Red Sox and not being good.
Yeah.
You got Daisuke, you got Koji, Hideki Okajima.
Byung-Hyun Kim.
Byung-Hyun Kim's a good one, too. Dude threw a no-hitter.
I tried to throw him once. My dad yelled at me. I was like, oh, okay.
Shoulder blown out, hanging by your hip.
Like 6 and dragging my shoulder on the ground.
Kim's dragging his knuckles across the pavement.
That's a throwback, though, Byung-Hyun Kim. Jesus.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's a cheeky one.
Yep.
I know we got Jeff McNeil.
Yep, for the Mets.
Yeah, 4 years, $50 million.
It's an academic contract right there.
Yeah.
Or a batting champion, you get him.
Yeah, you can get it up to 63-ish mil, I believe.
So on average, he's getting 12.5 before incentives. So You take that for one of the. I mean, he's a top 5 second baseman in baseball. I'd say.
Santa Stevie just out here dishing out the cash.
Santa Stevie.
Shit on my lap, young boy.
Come here, Jeffy boy.
What do you want for Christmas?
Tell Uncle Stevie what you want for Christmas.
60 mil.
50,
Fine.
you got a deal.
I can do 50 unless you play good. Okay.
Yeah, right. Essentially.
Yes, that's a good signing by the Mets. Another one, Zach Greinke back to the Royals on a 1-year deal today.
That just happened today, right?
Yeah,
that we
figured
all
that
kind
was
of expected.
kind of everyone was expecting for that one to happen. Chris, as a Royals fan, how do you feel about that one?
Oh, no. We're not going to
much-
talk about Greinke.
Do we know how much he got him for?
I want to say it was like $8 million or something.
How do you feel about Chapman back to the Royals?
Dude.
We got to talk about Greinke first. Put us back on the future Hall of Fame, Zach Greinke's name. Let me find out what his contract
no
was.
doubt he's a future Hall of Famer,
yeah.
but $8 million now?
Yeah,
You could have got the dude for a pack of Double Bubble.
he probably would have played for a pack of double bubble too. He's just
Dude.
that kind of dude.
I just don't know where the Royals are at. Like, what are we doing here? I can say we because I'm technically a Royals fan now. But what's the strategy here? Where are we going?
Yeah, so it's projected to be in the $8 to $10 million range.
Oh, they're doing the same thing the Pirates are doing with Kutch. Give him the
but
Okay,
Kutch
see,
is still
that's
productive,
more
though.
reasonable, right? Greinke's throwing 79-mile-an-hour slop that dude's are gonna hit fucking
Yeah, but
500.
What were his numbers last year? Let's see.
Probably not good.
You gotta imagine the owners of the Royals are thinking we'll sell more tickets because we have a guy back.
So he pitched for the Royals, so this isn't his fault. He went 4-9, but he had a 3.68 ERA. Pitched 135 innings. That's not on him. That's actually not a bad year considering he's 39.
Exactly.
I mean-
So why is a rebuilding franchise bringing a 39? Veteran presence. I guess I don't
telling you,
know.
Just eat innings,
It's
just to
their
have another
ticket
arm
sales.
in the
I'm
rotation
telling
to
you.
eat.
I don't like
That's
it.
a good point too. It's kind of a draw because it's a guy who spent a lot of his career there. The fans like him. So
Yeah.
As a lifelong Royals fan, I don't like it.
shut up. Oh God.
And then Chapman's even worse. This dude's gonna leave mid-season and go get a tattoo again, and his leg's gonna have to get fucking amputated.
Or maybe he's going to be like Chris Sale and get a belly button ring.
He might get arrested
Love that.
before the even start of the season.
That's true. He's going to go to like
Tattoos.
a tattoo parlor, get a belly button ring and a tattoo. Both will get infected, and then because they're infected, he'll go back and shoot the guy that did it. Just
Sounds
just
about
my
right.
guess, but book it,
That's-
call Vegas.
That's what we're drawing up.
Call
He's going to go to
Vegas.
this sketchy tattoo parlor, and it's going to be in the Bob Kraft treatment. He'll
Honestly,
get
the
arrested
odds
part
for
of
that to
kind of
happen are
stink.
probably like plus 100. So
Yeah, not crazy. Not totally out of pocket.
Nah. Do you have any other moves that went down?
Let's see. Josh Harrison signed with the Phillies as Gene Segura's replacement.
I didn't see that. I like that though.
Yep, 1 year, $2 million.
Well, he's also he'll be a bench player because Bryson Stott is actually Gene Segura's replacement. So
Who are they putting at second?
Bryson Stott's putting a second. They got Trey Turner at short.
Oh, yeah, right over the head. Yeah, that's fine.
Still, I like that.
Another couple on here that I had.
That's two.
No, it's three.
Three?
Yeah, that's three.
He's keeping track.
Jerry's Familia. Anybody know where he went? Anyone see it?
I did see this.
Went to the Arizona Diamondbacks.
That's right, D-backs. I saw that. Yep.
Yep. Another one that was a little weird to me was Cesar Hernandez to Detroit.
Really?
Yeah, that one kind of...
I mean, that's a pretty good middle infield. Not a bad middle infield, actually, with him and
then
Javi.
Yeah. And then another questionable one was Jesus Aguilar to Oakland.
I saw that one, yes.
I did see that one.
That's interesting.
I'm like, really?
What did they spend on him?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see.
Hold on.
$250K. And they probably gave him the veteran minimum.
Probably gave him a pack of Double Bubble. Like, just bring your ass over here, get some asses and seats, and we'll call it good.
His deal is worth $3 million.
Wow.
1 year, 3.
That's big for the A's. That's a franchise signing.
They really dug deep in those pocketbooks.
Speaking of the A's, they got, what the hell is his name? They signed a Japanese player for 1 year. The hell's his name? Pitcher? It's a crazy name. That's all I know.
I don't know. While you guys are figuring that out.
Shintaro Fujinami. Yeah.
Shintaro Fujinami. That's a great name.
Say that 10 times fast.
Nope.
Shinjaro Fujinami.
Did you guys see Cole Hamels making a comeback?
With who?
I don't know. He pitched Friday in Texas in front of a few teams, and he was sitting 89 to 91.
I feel like a team will take a flyer on him.
Well, like, why not? Why wouldn't you?
He's like 37.
He's 37 hitting that. I mean, grab it just in case.
He is un momento.
Last pitch in 2020. He's
39.
Yeah. I mean, but in today's, you got guys like Verlander and Waino, like...
He pitched... When's the last time you say he pitched?
2020.
He pitched in 21.
Doesn't have it on his baseball ref.
It's on OSDB.
Huh.
Signed with the Dodgers.
Oh, I might have signed with him. He didn't play, though.
Let's see.
It just says last time he pitched 1 game for the Braves in 2020. 1 game, pitched 3 1/3.
Oh, yeah, you're
3
right.
hits, 3 earned.
2 Ks, though. 2 Ks.
8.1 ERA.
You want to talk about putting respect on somebody's name.
He has really good stat line for his career, actually. 59 career
3.43
WAR.
ERA. Yeah.
59 career WAR, 163 and 122. It's pretty good.
It's definitely not the worst I've ever seen.
423 games pitched and 422 games started. When did he come in relief in that Atlanta Braves game, maybe?
No, he started that game.
Weird.
So his 1 relief appearance came in 2011 with the Phillies.
Random.
Sure was.
He's an all-star, too. What the hell?
Can I not, break this down?
He was part of that disgusting, 08, 09 Phillies that were just absurd.
Yeah.
With Roy Halladay, Cole Hamels, Jason Worth, Shane Victorino, Ryan Howard. Did I say Ryan Howard already?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, Aaron Rowan. Pat Burrell.
Carlos Ruiz.
Chooch. Chooch was a classic.
The hell did you call me?
Chooch.
Don't you say that.
It's fucked up.
Choo-choo train.
It's kind of messed up, man.
All aboard the choo-choo train.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'd love to see him get a little...
I feel...
Get a little love.
I don't know if it'll necessarily happen at the beginning of the year, but I feel like come mid-season...
Why wouldn't, the fucking... Shit, Rockies... Go get him.
I don't think a shit team in a rebuild's going to take a chance it's going to be a playoff contender.
Red Sox, go get him.
Yeah.
Or maybe a mid-level kind of team. Maybe Cleveland. Maybe a White Sox. White Sox took a flyer on Johnny Cueto last year and it worked really well. Speaking of which, didn't he just sign with Miami?
Yeah. Yes.
I think so, right?
Johnny Cueto, I believe. Yeah, I went to Miami.
Yeah.
Johnny Cueto.
He had a pretty damn good year. I mean, sure, he went 8-10, but it's for the White Sox weren't a great team. 3.35 ERA.
White Sox.
Yeah.
It's not a bad year. He's projected 1 save this year.
Who?
Johnny Cueto.
Just want to bring him in just in case.
He doesn't have
why not?
He doesn't have a single career save, and they're projecting that he's going to have 1 save this year.
They'll bring him out early. He's not going to be their opening day starter.
They know something we don't, apparently.
They're using him on opening day. Just a closer once, and then he'll start later on in the week.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
He'll start a game. I saw a really strange play that I never saw. I think it happened in 2015. Sergio Romo's pitching for the Rays, and he pitches the 8th inning. And this is before they had the batter limit rules. So he's pitching. He pitches the 8th inning. They come out in the 9th, and there's a lefty coming up. So Joe Madden brings in a lefty, pulls the third baseman out of the game. So basically swaps this lefty pitcher for the third baseman, puts Sergio Romo at third base, and then this lefty pitches to the one lefty, and then they put another third baseman in for that pitcher, and Sergio Romo comes back into the game and gets the last 2 outs. Because he never left the field so he can re-enter as the pitcher.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre.
He would have looked like a real idiot if that dude hit an absolute piss missile to the third base and Sergio Romo just shits his pants.
Do you know that Mangos, the MLB creator, played with him?
Sergio Romo?
Yeah, they're like
boys,
I guess.
He was in the Twins organization for a little while.
Yeah, they were boys, I guess. Sergio Romo was in his brother's wedding. Or something
Sergio
like that.
Romo pops in MLB streamers Twitch.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, since we're on the topic of Twitch, do you want to move on to that cover now?
Yeah, so MLB 23
show.
show.
Like Jazz?
You like
Jazz Chisholm cover boy. I love it. All these boomers
it's
are like,
sick.
his stats weren't good enough. I want an electric factory on the cover. Just like they had Fernando in 21. His numbers weren't ridiculous, but he's an electric factory.
Well, this
So,
is
fuck
what did we talk about? I forget what pod it was, but whenever we did the Christmas wish, show off your stars. He's not the most electric, like stats wise, but you watch Chisholm play, and
As a player,
But you
on
give
the
him a
field,
full season,
Yeah.
he can be.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I was saying, dude.
understand
He played 60 games left. Let's see I want to see what his 162 game average would have been last year.
future center fielder for the Miami Marlins, Jazz Chisholm.
Cam likes Jazz.
Yeah,
I know he only debuted in 2020. That's crazy.
Yeah,
right.
Dude's an
Jazz.
So yeah,
absolute
he played
electric
six. He
factory.
played 60 games. Hit 14 homers, 45 RBIs, 54 hits. So his 162 game average for his career is 27 home runs, 82 RBIs, 141 hits. That's not good enough for you?
I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
For a kid who's 24, it's his third year in the league, and he's only played 200 games.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm. And even then, you want to talk about changing the game of baseball to get younger. That's the guys you have to promote if you want the game to get younger.
Like this is a stretch, but like he's the first guy we've had in the league. Because like Tatis has that swagger, but Jazz is the first one that has that swagger that's like Ken Griffey Jr. Where it's like he's transcending like hip hop and basketball and like all these areas of culture all into baseball, which is not a thing you see a lot because you have all the old heads and shit. So like, I love it. Hitting the Euro step coming into home plate, the finger roll.
Yeah.
Like,
That shit was
cold
awesome.
as hell.
Him and Tatis are the two. Like you need more
I feel
players
like if
like
Julio
that.
if Julio had more of a personality, then he probably would have gotten it.
Well, I think he's not even personality. He just plays with fire.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have that like swagger, but he'll be on the cover before the end of his career. I wouldn't be surprised if it's next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
I agree.
I know, but I like Jazz on the cover. The cover art's fire.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. It's a good look. I like it.
I agree. The cover art is fire. I'm a big fan.
I won't have it early like you two will because I get the disc copy, but I'm going to pre-order it.
You have to?
No, I'm essentially getting it free because the GameStop thing, if you get one, you get the $5 protection plan. You can return that one within a year, and they give you your money back.
So you can return 22?
Yeah.
And then just use it to buy. Oh, I see what you're doing. You bastard.
Interesting.
You cheap bastard.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll admit that.
Meanwhile, I could open up a drawer over here and have every MLB show since like 06.
You can pre-order like next week or some shit, can't you?
February
6th,
6th.
What's the release date? The
29th, I think. 29th.
Of
And
what?
also on
Of
the
March.
second,
I'll be taking that day off from work.
on the second, I will also. So we'll be probably stream on a BLB Twitch that day. I got to get all my stuff set up. So
Yeah,
but,
figure it the hell out.
on the second, I believe they announced the special edition, so like the Legend Edition, whatever. So, which is the one you'll have to buy to get early access. So,
Yeah, I'm spending the $100.
oh yeah, for sure.
Full shizzle.
Want to say congratulations to you two for coming in third in whatever tournament you did over the weekend on the show.
We got
I
our
heard
pants pulled down by Randy
Sam, you
Johnson,
guys
but
got shafted.
Yeah, dude.
yeah,
That shit
we got
sucked,
screwed.
dude.
We got screwed. We had to face Nolan Ryan and Randy Johnson in back-to-back games, and we broke through against Nolan.
We got to Nolan a little bit, but
Randy just
those Diamond Randys,
Yeah, it was
not
tough,
even just Diamond Randy, 99 perfect game Randy.
Yeah, milestone Randy. So it's better than the normal 99. But no, it was that was a lot of fun.
Yep.
I think it was like out of 9 or 10 teams we finished third. So it was fun.
It was 11.
11 teams, yeah. So we knocked out in the semifinals. We were a game away from the chip. But
and the dudes that we lost to ended up winning the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're really good dudes, the guys who run Showzone, which is like the app for MLB The Show. So we lost to like pretty legit competition. So
yeah.
Feels good. Feels good.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah.
One last thing to touch on real quick.
Yeah.
Scotty Rowland.
So I was going to say that.
Hall of Fame.
So we got our 2023 Hall of Fame class set with Crime Dog and Scotty Rowland. I like it. The interesting thing though is Scott Rowland opens up a new conversation of Hall of Famers that they never had. So I think he led the league. He led the league in one single category in one season. He led the league in like slugging percentage one year, but it shows you he's a Hall of Famer because of how freaking consistent he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude had almost identical stats from his like age 23 season through his age 37 season. There's almost no fall off.
Mm-hmm.
And I think to that alone just shows you how good he was for such a sustained period of time. He's basically the polar opposite of Andrew Jones.
Yeah.
Where Andrew Jones had 9 or 10 like insane years where he hit 40 home runs. And then after that,
died.
Completely fell off. And the interesting thing to me, in the eyes of the reporters, it looks like they've penalized Andrew Jones for having a longer career that didn't have sustained success. Because if you look at a guy like Sandy Koufax played like 10 years and he was a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
So if Andrew Jones retired when he was 33, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yep. Yeah.
Right. So it seems like they're holding it against him to a sense. Yeah. It's kind of. Dude has
I did see
like the insane stats not being Hall of Fame, but go ahead.
I did see a fun fact about Scott Rowland too. So like they need 75% to get in.
Yeah.
He had the lowest percentage of votes to get in with getting in.
It was like 75.2 or something, wasn't it? Or 77.1 because I don't think there's that many.
Yeah.
There's something like that. Because I think there's like 87 voters or something like that. I don't think there's a ton, but yeah, I know. And Todd Helton missed it by like 9 votes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who came off the ballot this year? Was it Bagwell?
Jeff Kent.
Kent came off. Yeah, it was Kent.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It was his last year on the ballot, and he didn't get the votes to sustain.
I was reading about there's another way for him to get in 2025.
Yeah, that's how
Fred. It's the same year that like Bonds and all them have it, the Veterans Committee or something like that.
It's just how Fred McGriff just got in.
Yeah.
It's a Veterans Committee.
Freddy.
Crime Dog, baby.
Yeah,
so on to that other thing I want to talk about. We came across this crazy image on Twitter. It's rarity of events in the history of MLB. In the history of the MLB. And it's actually pretty bizarre because there was certain things that I didn't think were as rare and certain things that are a lot rarer. So I'll go down the list. 2 grand slams in an inning happened one time. There's Fernando Sr. 4 ground into double plays in a game happened twice. 3 hits in an inning. It's happened 3 times. Grand slam in first career at bat 4 times. Shout out Daniel Nava.
20
strikeout games in 9 inning. 20 strikeouts in a 9-inning game. Roger Clemens did it twice. Kerry Wood, Max Scherzer, and Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson had like a 20 and 19 and 18 and another 18 or something. 6 players have been caught stealing 3 times. 11 players have 3 sack flies. 2 grannies in 1 game. Only happened 13 times, so that's insane that Tatis did it in an inning.
In 1 inning?
Yeah. Perfect game lost on the 27th batter. This is the one that blew my mind. So, perfect games that have been lost on the 27th batter, there's been 14 of them. And there's been 23 perfect games thrown. So there's been less guys that have blown it in the last batter than there have been guys who have actually finished it.
Yeah, which is like really weird.
That's bizarre.
To think about. Yeah.
Unassisted triple plays happened 15 times. The one I remember is Josh Bruntlett for the Phillies. It was a hit and run up the middle.
Didn't even know what to do.
Yeah,
he was like,
was a hit and run, and the guy stealing from second to third stopped and went back, and he was covering the bag at second, caught it, tagged the guy going from first to second, and then tagged the guy between second and third. Just
that ended the game, right?
It did, yes.
Yeah.
4 home run games. There's been 18 of them. I only know 2 of them off the top of my head. Mike Schmidt and JD Martinez.
They're probably so old, the rest of them.
Let's see. Yeah. MLB 4 home run games. Why do I feel like Adrian Beltre had one? Let's see. Oh, all right. So JD had one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This one's weird. None of us would have
ever
guessed this one.
Josh Hamilton's another one.
He is one. Scooter Jeanette.
That's right.
Really?
I forgot Scooter Jeanette.
Scooter had one. Josh Hamilton, Carlos Delgado, Sean Green, Mike Cameron, Mark Whitten, Bob Horner, Mike Schmidt, Willie Mays, Rocky Colavito,
tremendous name.
Joe Adcock,
great name,
Gil Hodges, Pat Seary, Chuck Klein, Lou Gehrig, Ed Delante, and Bobby Lowe. Bobby Lowe, 1894, playing for the Bean Eaters.
Oh,
that was the team name.
The Boston Bean Eaters.
Dude had 71 home runs across 18 seasons, but just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna hit 4 in one game."
Somehow the odds don't make sense in that one.
He just decided.
No, it doesn't. The math ain't mathing.
23 perfect games. Let's see how many I can. So we got. I'm curious to see how many can come up. Phil Umber is one of the weird ones I remembered.
Dallas Braden.
Shouts out baseball is dead. Roy Halladay.
Yeah.
I remember one of the guys who lost a perfect game on the 27th batter.
So do I.
Alejandro
Galarraga.
Galarraga.
Andres Galarraga. And then also Carlos Rodon.
Yep.
Who else threw perfect games?
I got the 21 of them, right?
23.
So this one's not accurate.
Or it's just a Twitter
post.
This could be wrong, too.
No, it is 23.
Okay.
Did Matt Cain throw one, or was that a no-hitter?
Sure did.
Matt Cain, Phil Umber, Mark Burley.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Randy Johnson. Duh.
Yep.
Vita Blue.
I don't believe so.
Who was the guy that pitched? Steve Carlton? Did he have one?
I don't believe so.
Oh, God. That's all I got. You guys got any other ones you remember? Cam, you got one?
I'm looking at the list, so I'll run down it real quick.
Any crazy ones?
Felix Hernandez, Matt Cain.
Fuck. Felix Hernandez.
Philip Umber, you were right. Roy Halladay.
I said Roy Halladay. Yeah.
Dallas Braden, Mark Burley, Randy Johnson, David Cone.
That's right, Coney. Coney, was that the one in the World Series?
No.
I think, did he throw a no-hitter or perfect game and then threw a no-hitter the same year in the World Series, I think? Something like that.
I don't know. 88 pitch perfect game, though.
That's bizarre. That's some Maddox shit.
David Wells.
Booma!
Kenny Rogers. Dennis Martinez.
Pedro's
Tom
brother.
Browning. Mike Witt. Len Barker. Catfish Hunter. Sandy Koufax.
Sandy, that's right, yeah.
Jim Bunning. Don Larson. Charlie Robertson. Addie Joss. Cy Young. John Ward. And Lee Richmond.
It's crazy that there's only been 23 perfect games. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yep.
So further down the list, home run on a first career pitch is 31. I think Akil Baddoo was the most recent one.
Yep. That was
Akil Baddoo.
That one.
Yeah. Immaculate inning. I know Max Scherzer has like a bundle of those. There's been 110. Max Scherzer's got a handful.
Max Scherzer's just a fucking nut.
Yeah. Home run in first career at bat. We've said 2 of them. Akil Baddoo and Daniel Nava. I think. I want to say Darnell McDonald for the Red Sox is one.
This was first pitch, right?
Yeah. No,
first career
or at bat.
First pitch. Or no, this is first at bat. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of guys first. Oh, Brett Beatty.
133 of them.
Brett Beatty was the most recent one, I think.
Didn't Jeremy Payne do it?
No, most recent was Josh Young.
Really?
No,
Was it
he
Brett
didn't.
Beatty before him then?
Brett Beatty didn't do it.
I thought it was just a first game. I swear that was his first at bat. Brett Beatty hit a home run.
Nope. Josh Young, Akil Baddoo, you were right about.
Daniel Nava.
There was only that Daniel Nava in 2010. So since 2010, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Interesting.
You know who did do it though? Aaron Judge.
I didn't know that.
Not surprised.
Aaron Judge, Eddie Rosario, another one. Jerickson Profar.
That's surprising because that dude does not hit home runs.
Mike Napoli did it.
Interesting.
Tyler Austin, Zach Collins.
Zach Collins had a rapid descent. He was supposed to be a stud.
Kevin Kuzmanov.
Wow. Miguel Olivo and Kevin Kuzmanov are throwbacks. So then next we got inside the park grand slams. Does Rhino Tapias count or is it an error? No, that counts because that wasn't an error. Yeah. Yep. So Raimel Tapia is probably the most recent on that.
That was just the jackass.
224 of those. No hitters been 318, which that seems like so much.
Yeah,
I did not think it was that. I would have thought like 23 perfect games, like 75 to 100 no hitters, but 318. And then hitting for the cycle is basically just as rare as no hitters, been 339. Can you name the only player that's done it in the playoffs?
Brock Holt. What the hell? Brock Holt.
The Brock star.
Hit the home run off a position player, but we don't care.
It counts.
Because it was against Yankees lose.
There's one thing that's not on this list that I found interesting.
Yep.
How many bunt doubles do you think there have been in the entire MLB?
I can think of one off the top of my head. It was Robinson Cano against the Red Sox.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Other than that, I have no idea.
No number guesses?
I'm going to say
5.
67.
Really?
Yeah.
Hello?
And that's all of MLB, so dating back into the 1900s. But
there's probably some weird shifts and shit where they just, like back in the day, like there was some managers who be like, we're going to run out there with 3 infielders. We're going to put 4 in the outfield.
Probably, because there's some
Robinson Cano one was just like some of the slickest shit I've ever seen.
Who was the one that... who was it that literally squared around to bunt and slashed it by accident, and it went over the first baseman's head like a bullet, and he got a double? I forget who that was, but that was recent.
I know what you're talking about.
I want to say... Oh, it was Billy Hamilton.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Billy Hamilton.
And you only got a double out of it?
Think so, yeah.
Funny enough, that's not
triple.
on here.
Really?
Yep.
I could be wrong. That maybe they considered it a swing.
Oh, you know who got one in 2021?
Who's that?
Your boy, Reese McGuire.
He got a bunt double?
Yep.
And he's a scoring mistake. I don't think that counts.
Double the shortstop, bunt to weak third base. Yeah, he got a double out of it.
Was it probably he? Yeah, I bet you he beat it out and nobody was covering second.
No, probably, but they gave him a double.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right.
Odubel Herrera, Reese McGuire, and Kevin Biggio were the last 3.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Not living up to be the third part of the trio of Dad's little baseballer in Toronto. He's not really carrying his weight over there with Vladdy and Dante. But so we want to do our weekly trivia cam. We could probably do like 3 or 4 of them since it's been a little bit.
Yeah. Let me get a couple going. There were not good ones this past week. All right. Name the player whose home run broke Eddie Matthews' home run record for third baseman. Greg Nettles, Chipper Jones, George Brett, or Mike Schmidt.
It was Chipper Jones.
You need to figure that out.
Oh, you don't know the answer?
No, I do.
I'm wrong?
You're saying... No, it's Schmidt.
Oh, okay. That
Mike
was
Schmidt.
My second guess, yeah.
I didn't even get a fucking guess.
No, Chris. Which of the following sports organizations declared Hank Aaron the all-time home run leader when he died?
Braves.
What?
I don't know.
Wait, say it again. Finish the question.
Which of the following sports organizations declared Hank Aaron the all-time home run leader when he died on January 22nd, 2021? Elias Sports Bureau, MLB, ESPN, or none of the above?
Has to be none of the above.
Yeah, none of the above.
Yeah. All of those are too accredited to just deem it.
Yell at the home run
the Roger Maris sports book. Roger Maris Jr. sports book, sorry.
He's the real home run king.
Yeah.
He's a fraud is what he is.
All right. So this match the Hall of Famer with the players he was traded for. So I'm just going to read out the Hall of Famer. Then I'm going to give you a couple of answers. Okay. We're only going to do one because it's going to take forever. Or two. Jimmy Fox.
Okay.
Was he traded for Jeff Goetz, Preston Wilson, and Ed Yarnall? That's A. B. George Savino, Gordon Rhodes, and $150,000. That's C. Ernie Broglio, Bobby Shantz, and Doug Clemens. Or D. Rick Wise for Jimmy Fox.
I'm going to say C.
I'm going to go A just to make it interesting.
B. Straight for George Savino, Gordon Rhodes, and $150,000.
See, I didn't say A because I heard Preston Wilson, and he's played in my lifetime. So that's why I didn't say A.
So next one we'll do Mike Piazza.
Okay.
Was he traded for A, Jeff Goetz, Preston Wilson, and Ed Yarnall? C, Ernie Broglio, Bobby Shantz, and Doug Clemens? Or D, Rick Wise?
Did I bottle this one as A because Preston Wilson has played in my lifetime?
Yeah, it's A. Yeah, it's A.
So, aside from trivia, I don't know if you guys remember this. So, my mom snagged some old-ass baseball packs.
Hell yeah.
From the Goodwill. So, we're going to pop these open and see if we get any screamers just for the hell of it to wrap up. And we're probably just going to do this at the end of every pod going forward because I literally have like 30 packs over there. So, which one are we going for first, red or blue? You want to go tops Fleer or score?
Score.
Yeah, right. Score.
Let's see what we got.
Give us some heat, baby.
I mean, that's a screamer right off the top. Dave Winfield.
Ooh. There he is.
Tim Wallach. Darrell Evans. Speak of the Devil. Dennis Martinez. Perfect game. You just mentioned him. Tom Foley. Got a weird, holographic card. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. It's kind of weird. Tim Loudner. Lonnie Smith. Gino Petrali. Dan Quisenberry. Keith Hernandez, Hall of Famer. Bob Welch. Jose Lind. Mike Diaz. Was this the guy that we were just talking about that got killed by the fucking... Or was that...
I think it might be. The text you sent us? Hang on.
I watched a video the other day talking about baseball players that died during their playing career, and there was a guy that was hit by a falling satellite.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Chris, you didn't look at that text?
No. Must have missed it.
No, it's Bo Diaz.
Okay.
Damn, it's probably his brother or something. Mike Diaz.
Hopefully
Carney Lansford. Bob Brenly. Jim Sundberg. And Jim DeShays. So that was kind of a dudski for the score ones. For the Fleer one, we're looking for Edgar Martinez. I know that's the card because it's a rookie card. And I believe the Nolan Ryan one from the 88 Fleer packs is also pretty valuable. So let's see.
Here's what's going to happen. His first pack, we're going to get both, and it's going to set the tone for the rest of the time.
Not going to get any other good cards. We have a weird Kingdome thing. Stadium card. Rob Ducey. Unfortunate name. That's why we had to take a break earlier. I had to take a Rob Ducey. Chuck Krim. Henry Cotto. Brian Fisher. Gary Gady. These always piss me off. They used to put these in just checklists. I'm like, you bastards. Why you got to do this? Jeff Musselman. Hey! longtime Rockies manager Bud Black.
Bud Black, huh? Wow.
Willie McGee. Ooh, this is a Red Sox classic right here, actually. Sam Horn.
Okay.
Yeah, absolute beast. This is a rookie card, actually. That's kind of sick. Reed Nichols, Tommy Hinzo, Wade Rowden, Donnie Hill, and Franklin Stubbs, a.k.a. Franklin Scam Stubbs. Stubbs. Yeah, I think that kind of that wraps it up. That'll be a little bit that we throw in at the end of every pod, probably just because it's fun. You know, I get to see some old school baseball guys usually.
I'm
really
just trying to make it fun.
Brian, what the hell are you doing?
I'm just trying to make it fun.
But yeah, you guys got anything to throw in there as we wrap up for the week?
Oh. Officially less than 60 days until MLB baseball games will be played.
I
Real
believe I
baseball
saw
games,
today
not
that in 25 days the Red Sox will play a game. So that's cool.
Can we just get through the WBC first, please?
No, I'm excited about the MLB season. Sorry.
Start a countdown for WBC.
I don't even. When's the first game?
I think it's like March
16th. Nope.
Oh, is it that late? I thought it was like the 6th.
Let's see. WBC.
March 8th. I'm sorry, I'm wrong.
Okay, I was
Ends
close.
on the 21st.
So March 8th, that's in 6 weeks or 5 weeks.
I can tell you real quick.
And February is a short month.
So we got 1 plus that's 29.
I just want rosters to be finalized.
29 plus 8. We got 37 days till WBC, boys. That is not a long time. 37 days. Fire me the fuck up.
What was I going to say? Did you guys see Masataka Yoshida's playing for
Team Japan?
Yeah.
Devers is playing for is he playing with DR?
Dominican. Yep.
Yeah.
But he was one they were really going after too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm amped for that shit. I can't wait to do the
Give us some
preview.
juicy content, baby.
Oh. We'll have to make some like side videos of us reviewing like actual clips and stuff now that there's not copyright stuff on baseball clips, so that's pretty
I agree.
It's not anymore?
No, they got rid of it 3 years ago. Yeah. That's why like, guys like Fuzzy and stuff like that can post MLB recaps now.
I've heard some there are certain content creators
we can make some fire shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna be posting some juicy ass content.
You gotta look up for YouTube or Twitch. We should probably start tweeting a little more too.
In Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tokyo TikToks.
Yes, sir.
I'll make a command for my Twitch too about our BLB Twitch channel that people should follow.
Yes.
Bush Boys Pod on Twitch, I believe, is our username.
Shouts out. But yeah, I think that kind of wraps up. You guys got anything else you want to throw out now?
Nope.
No.
Just excited for baseball.
I'm good. Yep, it's
coming
here, man. It's right around the corner.
It's heating up. I mean, we just went to Winter Weekend. It felt like we're in mid-season form at this point, so we're ready to fucking go. But
yep.
All right. In that case,
let's get it.
We gone.
There we are.
I missed the